Welcome back to Shaping Your World with Sha. I'm Sha, and on this channel, I talk about lifestyle related topics as they relate to the woman over 30, 40, 50, and beyond. So today we're talking about my favorite vanilla scents. It's cozy season. So let's jump right in no particular order. I have two fragrances that I owned full-size versions of in the past, but it's been so long since I've owned full-size versions that now when I thought about adding them back to my collection, I wanted to start off with samples. So I have two samples from Scentbird. This video is not sponsored. I always order, I'm a member of Scentbird, so I get fragrances every month. And I decided to choose Floral Street's Wild Orchid and Vanilla and La Vanilla's Pure Vanilla. So I've been playing with them, just reacclimating myself with them because it's been a very long time since I've worn either one of these fragrances. But I was thinking about how much I like them. I remembered both of them being wonderful additions to my fragrance collection. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna reintroduce them to my collection, and I wanted to start off with samples. So again, we'll start off with Floral Street's Wild Vanilla Orchid, and I'm just gonna be looking down in my notes, so don't mind if I look down. Right now, I do wanna let you know that Floral Street has everything on their website is 25% off. But this Wild Vanilla Orchid has keynotes of vanilla bean, jasmine petals, ambroxan, and amber. And what I really like about it is that it's a nice, strong vanilla, but that orchid gives it, and the orchid and the jasmine petals gives it a nice sweetness so that it's not fully gourmand. It's fully vanilla, but not fully gourmand. It has a nice sweetness to it. It's a very pretty fragrance, I would say. I would wear this to I would wear it to work. I think it's balanced enough to wear to work where it's not going to be too in your face for people. One thing about Floral Street, it's a natural brand, so their fragrances do not last all day. They're not the most projecting. They don't create a huge sillage, and they don't last all day. But I will say that, and if you don't mind reapplying throughout the day, or if you're not going to be out that long, it's a wonderful fragrance to add for cozy season. So the other fragrance I picked up from Scentbird is Pure Vanilla by La Vanilla. And La Vanilla is a brand that oh my God, I was in love with this brand many years ago. I had almost all of their fragrances. I really like this Pure Vanilla. It is just that. It is pure vanilla. It's got keynotes of Madagascar Vanilla, tonka bean, and heliotrope. And La Vanilla's website describes it as the perfect vanilla. And I would say I would not disagree with that statement. I think it's a bold statement, but I definitely agree. If you have this fragrance, let me know if you agree as well. I really like it. I mean, it's just simply pure vanilla. It's like, it's not complicated. It's not complex. It's not doing the most. But at the same time, it's giving you a nice presentation of vanilla that's not too gourmand. And this is a nice vanilla for those people who are not really gourmand lovers, who don't want to smell like food. I am a huge gourmand lover. I have no problem smelling like food. I love to smell like a snack. It's my thing. But sometimes that's not my mood. When it comes to fragrance, I am very moody. And so when I'm not in the mood to smell like a snack, this is, as their website says, the perfect vanilla to smell like vanilla without smelling like a snack. So that's Pure Vanilla by La Vanilla. So moving right along, I'm gonna jump over to Commodity now. And for Commodity, I have two vanilla fragrances, Gold Expressive and Gold Bold. So the Gold Bold is known as a sweet woody vanilla, and the top notes are juniper berries. In the mid, you've got vanilla and sandalwood, and then in the base, you've got amber, benzoin, and creamy musk. And this is really now we're getting into more of a smelling like a snack, but not not so much, right? We're just dipping our toe into smelling like a snack. The woodiness of this fragrance really pulls it back from being too snacky. This is a beautiful, sophisticated vanilla, in my opinion, and I really love it. It now we're getting into the complexities of what vanilla can be when it's mixed with other things. That juniper berry at the top, it fades away very quickly. So you know, don't get discouraged by the berry. You're not gonna smell like a berry. And in fact, to my nose, it's very faint, and you hardly pick that up. I think that just kind of it's a nice way to lead you into that vanilla and sandalwood in the mid, and then that ambroxan and creamy musk in the base. Oh my goodness, I particularly love the creamy musk. I am as much as of a gourmand lover as I am. I'm also a big musk lover, and I love the combination of the vanilla and the musk. I love this fragrance by itself, but I also love it for layering. So in addition to the expressive scent, I also like the bold. And the bold is just that. It's going to come in, it starts off in the top, it's got saffron. In the mid, it's got nutmeg and vanilla and sandalwood. And then in the base, it's got amber and patchouli. And we know patchouli can pack a punch. It's not a real earthy patchouli. It leans more on the it leans more to making a nice blend with the saffron, which is kind of leathery. And it's not a scary scent. I don't want the saffron and the patchouli to scare you away. This is not a real scary scent, but it is bold, right? It is going to project. It is going to leave a sillage. It's going to last all day. The Gold Expressive will last all day as well, but it doesn't project as much, and it also doesn't leave as much of a sillage. If you're looking for, if you're looking to really command the space that you're in, Bold is going to do that. However, with that patchouli and that saffron, they kind of, I don't want to say they overtake the vanilla, but vanilla doesn't have top stage in this fragrance. It's kind of a supporting cast member, because that patchouli and that saffron are really gonna take center stage in this fragrance. So although I am listing it here in my vanillas, the vanilla is not the predominant scent to my nose and on my skin, but I love it just the same. And since I was talking about the Gold Expressive, I didn't want to leave out Gold Bold as well. But as far as vanillas are concerned, the Gold Expressive is going to be more vanilla forward. She's going to be really good for cozy season. So since we're talking about patchouli, let's move right on into Kayali's Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. And Kayali's website says the vibe is boozy, bougie, and intoxicating. And I totally agree with all three of those sentiments. She starts off in the top, she's got vanilla orchid, creamy jasmine, and golden rum. In the mid, she's got vanilla infusion, vanilla sir absolute, tonka bean accord, spicy rose bouquet, smoky leather, and creme brulee. And in the base, she rounds out with sugared patchouli, musk, brown sugar, and royal oud. And there goes that nice combination of vanilla and musk again, with the addition of the patchouli. Now, I will say, she's strong. She is a heavy hitter. You do not need to spray too much of her. In fact, are you from overspraying, because this is a very, very strong fragrance. She's definitely going to project. She's going to leave a sillage. She's going to last all day. She's going to stay on your skin. She's going to stay in your clothes. Like, she's everywhere. She's everywhere. And she's a little intense for a lot of people. A lot of people find this fragrance to be way too intense for them. I don't mind the intensity. Like I said, I will spray very lightly, 1 to 2 sprays, that's it. I'm not going to spray her all over my body. Usually what I'll do is I'll take one of my other vanillas and spray that all over my body and just top off with 1 to 2 sprays of this. But I do love this scent, and I love the fact that it lasts all day. It's super complex with all those notes, and so as the day goes on, all of those notes kind of sing their verse of the song that is this fragrance. I love, love, love her, and that's why she's definitely on my list of my top vanillas for cozy season. So sticking with Oud, another Kayali fragrance we have here is from the Oudgasm collection, and this is Vanilla Oud 36. And Kayali's website says the vibe of this fragrance is intense, sensual, and luxurious. And again, I would definitely agree with those sentiments. I love her. She's got top notes of pear, praline, and saffron. In the mid, she's got Bulgarian rose. And then in the base, she rounds out with cashmere wood, vanilla sugar, white musk, oak moss, and oud. And I love her. So she kind of is the more tempered down version of the vanilla Royale sugar patchouli. If you find this to be too intense, too in your face, then I think she's a great alternative. She's a milder version. She's not a mild fragrance, but she is a milder version of the Vanilla Royale. So if you like, I think I mentioned this in my last video. I was saying if you like this, but you find her to be too intense, I would definitely recommend the Vanilla Oud. She's by no means is she a mild fragrance. That oud is ouding, right? But it's a soft oud, and it's not a too intense. It's not gonna punch you. It's gonna just kind of envelop you, engulf you in that nice oudy scent that's just gonna be sexy and seductive. I love this fragrance. Did I say the oud? Yeah, I said the notes already. And I like the fact that they also, Kayali lists the notes on the back as well, which the keynotes being vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak moss, and oud. This full size is a new addition to my collection. When they first came out, when they first dropped the Oudgasm collection, I purchased this size. I don't even know what size this is, but I have been kind of nursing this bottle for the longest time because I was waiting for the Sephora. So I used that opportunity to pick up the full-size bottle. But I will say that right now on Kayali's website, the Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli is on sale for 30% off. And the Vanilla Oud 36 is on sale for 20% off. I'm not sure how long their sale is lasting, but these fragrances are currently on sale on Kayali's website. And if you're not familiar, Kayali is part of the Huda Beauty brand. So if you go to Huda Beauty's website, you'll find these listed under the fragrances section. So rounding out my Kayali vanillas is, come on, the old goat, Vanilla 28. Vanilla 28, and you see how dark she is? She's beautiful. She's so dark. When I first got her, she was like more of a clear color. I'm trying to find, I don't really have, maybe she looked more like this when I first got her. But I've had this fragrance now for probably at least a year, if not more. I don't use her very much because initially I had a bunch of samples that more like kind of this size, like the travel size versions of this. For some reason I had a bunch of travel size versions. I think because I tend to buy sets and collections, a lot of times I would find that the travel size would be in those collections. So when I did buy the full size bottle, it kind of sat, and I didn't even start using it until I finished using up the travel sizes. So that's why there's not a whole much of a dent in here. But what I love about her, let me give you her notes. Her keynotes are Vanilla Orchid, Tonka Absolute, Amberwood, Musk, and Brown Sugar. And what I love about her the most is that brown sugar. I love that combination of the brown sugar, the musk, the vanilla orchid. I just love her. She's really nice. She's a nice gourmand vanilla. I wouldn't say, to me, I wouldn't say she's a smell like a snack fragrance, but that's just my opinion. I could see where someone else might say that because of the brown sugar, but in my opinion, she's just a beautifully done vanilla. I love her. I love her by herself. If I'm on days when I just want to be a little more understated, I want to smell really good, but I don't want to be too in your face. I'm not trying to make a statement with my fragrance. She's a nice everyday. I would say she would make a nice everyday scent. I'm not really one for everyday, but I will say I have a fragrance here on this list that is really, really pushing it with becoming an everyday fragrance for me. But, you know, I think this is good for every day. She can go anywhere and everywhere. And what I really love about her is that she is perfect for layering with other fragrances. If you have a fragrance that you want to sweeten up or you want to temper down a little bit, she's going to be your girl. I love her. Again, I wear her a lot with the commodity gold, both the expressive and the gold as well, because being that the gold is so strong, she's good for tempering it down a little bit. I mix her with almost anything. I mix her with a ton of non-vanilla fragrances. If I just want to add a hint of sweetness to them, she's going to be my girl. She's so good for layering, and that's why she will always be a staple in my collection. But I also feel like once I finish this Scentbird sample of the Pure Vanilla by La Vanilla, I'm going to pick up a full size, and I think she's going to also do the same. The biggest difference between them is that there's no musk or brown sugar. So she's going to be a good layering vanilla, but she'll give a different vibe than the Vanilla 28, because that brown sugar and musk, they really take it in a different direction than the Pure Vanilla by La Vanilla. But with all that said, love her, love her, love her, love her by herself, and love her for layering. So moving right along to a perfume oil. This is Madagascar Vanilla by Nest. And the keynotes in this fragrance are vanilla bean, vanilla orchid, coconut, and cashmere wood. And I really like this body oil. I've had it for a long time. Literally, you can just do a drop, 2 drops, and you're good. You don't need a whole lot. That's why there's not much of a dent in this bottle right now. Because a little bit goes a long way. You can, it's good for wearing by itself. It's also really nice for mixing in with your body lotion. If you have a body lotion or a body cream that you want to add a vanilla scent to, or make it more long lasting, because this is a perfume oil. The oil is going to last all day long. It's going to sit on your skin all day. It's going to get in your clothes. This is definitely going to last a long time. I love the fact how long lasting it is. Nest now has come out with body sprays, and this particular scent, the Madagascar Vanilla, does come in the body spray version. I have tried the body spray only in store. I haven't been able to play around with it enough because I don't own it. But I think that when I sprayed it on my body in store, I do feel like the scent was the same fragrance, and I do feel like it lasted a good while. I'm not sure if it lasted as long as the oil would last, but it did give a good longevity to it. So, you know, this is a pricey item. So if you like this fragrance, but you find it a little too expensive, I would definitely recommend the body oil as well. But excuse me, the body spray. But I own the perfume oil, and I've had it for, again, over a year, maybe 2 years. It's just so long lasting. Yes, it's pricey. I think this is like $100, but it definitely, you will get your bang for your buck, because the fact that a little bit goes a long way. You will have this in your collection for a long time. So moving right along to what is my favorite right now. I mean, my favorite right now. This is Vanilla Skin by Fleur. And for the longest time, I was scared to buy this fragrance. I was afraid of this fragrance because of the notes. And I'll tell you the notes. The key notes are in the top, it's got pink pepper, pink apple, and sugar crystals. In the mid, it's got lily, jasmine petals, and cashmere wood. And in the base, it's got benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. And I was really, really nervous about the pink pepper and the pink apple. I was also really nervous about the lily and the jasmine petals. I didn't think that this was going to be vanilla enough because it's got all those other notes in there. And though vanilla is in the base, I wasn't sure if it was going to get drowned out by those other notes in the fragrance. But when I tell you, this is my current favorite. This and the Cheirosa 71 by Sol de Janeiro. Those are my two favorites right now, and I'm constantly having to resist the urge to put them on every day because I love them. I did try wearing this with the Cheirosa 71. In my opinion, I didn't like them together. Not because they didn't smell good together, but because I love each one of them so much individually that I felt like they were kind of drowning each other out. I love this so much. It's so good. It's a hair and body spray. This is, I think this might be the smaller size. I think it comes in a bigger size. I'm not 100% sure if I bought the big size or the small size. But whatever the case may be, this is going to be a scent that will remain in my collection. I will repurchase it. I will repurchase it over and over and over again because I love it that much. I literally just picked this up in the last Sephora sale. I picked up this vanilla skin as well as the caramel skin. In my opinion, the caramel skin is a little synthetic. It's got a synthetic caramel that to my nose, I'm just not feeling it. And I will be taking it back to Sephora and exchanging it for another vanilla skin because I love this vanilla skin. So I'm not going to keep going on and on about it. Again, if I didn't mention already, it's by Fleur. This is a hair and body spray, and I love it. And I do, in fact, spray it in my hair so that when I'm moving around, it's just wafting. It's just wafting in the air. Just wafting in the air. Love that. So I'm gonna make two honorable mentions of two fragrances, one of which I don't have in my collection at all because it's a newer fragrance, and one that I do have in my collection, but it is currently no longer being sold, and I don't know why. So I'll start with that one because I do have the rollerball version. This is Atelier Cologne's Vanille Incense, and I have spoken about this on my channel before. I've had this bottle for many years, and right now, if you can see, I'm down to here, so I'm halfway through the bottle. I've had this fragrance over 5 years now, and I don't know why, but Atelier Cologne doesn't seem to make this fragrance anymore. Not only do they not make it anymore, Atelier Cologne is no longer sold in North America. So even though they had pulled out of North America, you could still kind of find this fragrance in different places. But now I did a search, Joma Shop, Fragrance Net, Fragrantica, even Walmart. They all sell it, but it's sold out on all of their sites. The only site that actually has this fragrance available is eBay. And listen, eBay is milking it because it's listed on eBay for $234. Listen, do not. This is a beautiful fragrance if you have it. If you have it, let me know in the comments section. Do you have this fragrance? Or do you know where I can get it for a reasonable price? Because nobody's paying $234 for it. This fragrance, It's not, they don't have any fragrances anywhere near that price. Like they don't sell for that price. So yeah, eBay is milking the fact that you can't find this fragrance anywhere. So please let me know in the comments if you know where I can find this for a reasonable price, because I would love to not run out. But I think it's going to be inevitable, because if I'm not mistaken, I do believe even though eBay has it, it's used. So like, I don't even know. I didn't even click on it to see, like, does it show how much of it is available? Like $234, like, come on, stop it. But this is a beautiful vanilla. If you have it, or if you can get your hands on it, it's a beautiful vanilla, wonderful for cozy season. Did I even give you the notes? I'm so caught up because I'm so upset. Like, I never spray this unless I wear this on very special occasions. I mean, very special occasions. And anytime I wear it, I always get compliments. People are always, I've had people like come chase me down and be like, what are you wearing? It's just a beautiful fragrance. So the top notes are lime, citron, and coriander. In the mid, it's got vetiver, oak moss, and jasmine. And in the base, it's got vanilla, oak, and amber. And I know that it sounds a little weird starting off with the lime and the citron and the coriander. Let me tell you something. Don't let that fool you. This fragrance has such a sophisticated complexity to it. It's just so beautiful. And that vanilla shines through from top to bottom, even though it's not even listed until it gets to the base. But it's just a beautiful vanilla. It's not gourmand. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's sensual and seductive and extremely sophisticated. It's a wonderfully done vanilla. And come on, Atelier Cologne, like, why would you stop making this? It's a beautiful fragrance. But I'm not going to continue going on and on. Again, let me know in the comments if you have this, if you know where I can get it at a reasonable price. I would really appreciate that information. My other honorable mention is a newer fragrance by Nest. It's a eau de parfum, and it's their vanilla bourbon. And the keynotes are vanilla bourbon, orange bitters, brown sugar, and night blooming jasmine. And this is a beautiful fragrance. I have tested it on my skin in store. I'm not going to purchase it just because I feel like out of all the other fragrances that I've talked about here, I have a good amount of vanillas in my repertoire where I don't need to add another one. So these were my top picks for cozy season. I love these vanillas. Let me know if you also agree, if you have any of them, or if they also make your top list of vanillas for cozy season. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, which will be this coming Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you next time. Take care.